You ever get that
Just
on the
like that
tech
also.
hotline, like if you're trying to fix your computer or something like that? It's the worst.
Yeah.
They have the Indian people
Is this
who
the
don't.
$200 one?
They only know the words in the script.
Oh,
They don't know the other
Don't
words.
go
So if you
outside
go
of it.
outside of the script, forget. If you say, but
Free
now, how
black
about
people.
that? They just repeat
Yeah.
the same thing over and again. They know 10 questions. They have to say them in order. If you go off of it, forget
Close
it.
it off.
You're in a world of pain.
World of pain. Oh my gosh. Are any of you guys like infomercial, like
I used
go
to
through
be.
that period of like
No,
no,
used to-
you never saw anything just that was like,
Like
wow.
you should
No,
try
I was on QVC one time with my best friend though.
Really?
Really? What would you
When
do?
we were in the Mall of America. Because we were just like shopping around and they were having like, they have shows out of there or something. And we just like handed like a pot or something to the lady.
Wow.
I know.
You were that girl?
I was that girl.
Wow.
And of course I called my mom and said, turn on the TV! I'm on QVC.
I always felt for that financial something at 2 in the morning. You don't even have to have a job. You can just do it from home.
Yeah.
You make $100,000 in a month. And I'm
Was
like,
it a book?
It came with a book.
Yeah.
And then they showed this guy, and he had like a Ferrari and a rich house and like all this shit. And I'm like,
2 months ago, I could barely make ends meet. But after getting this, like, okay, you say so.
I'm making $40,000 a month.
And I sit on my ass every day. Okay. That's just the job I need. No, I would be so bored. I would be so bored.
Nah, people say that. It's not as bad as you think.
What?
No, but
Spending time, you know, a little downtime.
No, but I'm saying I get summers off.
Oh,
and
right,
even
right.
still, I've never taken a summer off. But that day where, like, I'm at home, like a snow day. I
You
can
like-
appreciate it that one snow day.
Yeah.
But the second day, I'm like, oh, gosh, please open schools again.
That's like my friend Michelle. She's a teacher and she has the summer off. And she was like so bored by the time I left.
I work every summer. The only one summer I didn't work was when I started grad school. That's it. I work. I can't. But the hours, I love them because, like I said, you're done at like 12:31.
What do you do in the summer?
The last couple of summers, like when I first started teaching, I did summer school math. Loved it. Like the curriculum they have for that, the kids learned so much. The class sizes were so much smaller. Like you really felt really effective as a teacher. And then the last 2 summers, luckily, I got counseling positions, which was, they only have 3 positions in the county. And so you figure that was my first year counseling. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to get hired out of this pool of counselors. And I got it
Cool.
the last 2 years in a row.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was. It's like, woo, thank you. And that's fun. The kids are fun.
And now, you're running naked on television.
Oh, God.
And honestly, like you think about the summer school classes I've had, you think about I've been to 2 different schools, and then I had another job where I was in the school system, but I did like 4 different schools with like 6 classes each. Yeah.
Is Cameron naked?
Yeah.
So much for, I'll never pose naked, not even for millions of dollars.
But
And
she'll
we
do it
ran
for
naked
a
for a
shopping
2-minute
spree.
I
shop.
didn't never say that. That was Jen. I
Yeah,
never
fuck
committed
that.
to that. How do you want me? Please, whatever. On the pole.
Oh, God.
My grandma needs new shoes, for goodness sakes.
My most recent coworkers are going to be just flabbergasted by this whole thing. Because
Yeah.
I was
Are,
a
Eric.
total, like, buttoned up yes man. Like, I was, like,
Yes man.
literally just like, okay, yeah, I'll go send the fax for you. Like, I was just the most, like, absolutely nicest, most polite, plainest, had no personality whatsoever. Because they didn't really, so it wasn't, like, a fun place to
Yeah,
work and be
anyway,
yourself.
yeah.
So I just went, did my thing, and left or whatever. They must be dying. They're going to be sitting there going, like, this is the kid that was in our office for 8 months.
They're going to say, this is not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're
is
like,
not
this
very
is not
exciting.
thick.
They're like,
Yeah.
the first thing, minute 5 seconds into the show, he has his nipples pierced. You know?
How about that?
That they
Eric?
never knew.
Yeah,
I was
they-
at
of
there
course
8
not.
months, they never knew. You know, and then just straight on down the line, they're going to be sitting there just going, unprecedented that we spent almost a year with him, and
Yeah.
we
no
had
idea.
no idea.
But just by doing the activities, and like I feel more, No, that's not the right word. What's the word? Like when you want to spontaneous, not so spontaneous, but just like I want to get out there and like do stuff.
Liberated,
like,
free.
Yeah, liberated, yeah. Like,
Me too. I want to leave
really
here
do.
and go skydiving and whitewater rafting and whatever.
Oh,
like
I
what
did
all these
that.
stuff that I've been like. I want to do things I've wanted to do, not just talk about doing them. You know?
Whitewater rafting is a lot of daggone
I've
work.
done
Let
that.
me tell you.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
hard.
probably
It
drown.
is hard. It was nothing fun about it. I'm serious. It
Especially
was
when
a
you start
lot of
hitting
work.
Rocks and you go under
And
them.
you have to like heave, ho, and communicate. And
I'd like to bungee jump. That's
your
something
hair
I want to
wet.
do. I've never done.
I've done that.
there you go.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not so fun. It's more like the principle of the matter. It's what I want
Well,
to
once
do.
you go down and then you're on your way back up, you're like, oh shit, I'm going back down, and then your body's all like,
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do that, but I wouldn't go as far. I mean, the highest I would go would be at whatever the amusement park is, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
what I
I don't
did.
want to be off a cliff and just free
we're Walton
falling.
Beach.
Yeah. But my girlfriend and I did Atlantic City. We did the rubber band where you're
I did
here,
that too.
and then they pull it and you fly, and we got the tape. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Then parasailing, that was a big thing I wanted to do. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Did it, and it felt like you were not in the air.
I discussed this
at
with you.
all.
I
That
did it,
too.
and there was a windstorm, and
also,
I
it was
almost
fun
like
for you.
No, I
You
felt like I was gonna
panicked.
puke. I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
We did me and my ex did Superman. You lay in this thing, and then she lays like on top of you, and they wrap you in this like thing, and they pull you up to like the back, and then they just let you fly.
That
like
sounds
Superman.
like that's a
Oh,
cute
that's
thing.
awesome.
Nice.
I would love to do that.
You know what I didn't like about
That
the
was
parasailing?
cool.
We were touched by one of those little like mountain climbing clips, like a
Yeah,
carabiner.
you were.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm
They did that twice.
200 feet in the air. What if I like lose like all of a sudden just hold up? Whoops, that's it. You're gonna be
Yeah.
connected a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I know.
Little
the feeling.
shitty clip. That's all.
Yeah.
That's protecting me from plummeting to the sea.
Yeah.
With
about
fish.
How about jet skis? Love doing that, except the time where I
Wave runner, sit down or stand
wave runner.
I did that.
Sit down. Yeah.
Actually, skiing or riding them.
Riding. Yeah, riding. And I just had, last summer, I did it last summer, and I was having a really good time until I couldn't get out of my mind all the news reports about these sharks attacking. So I'm looking around the water, I'm like, oh gosh, like, I just lost it. It was done. It was done after that. Waste of money.
How many sharks have you seen?
None.
None.
And I don't plan on ever seeing any.
Why are you scared of sharks?
Because they're mean
Jaws?
creatures. No.
Movies?
No.
Well, have you seen their row of teeth? Their rows of teeth, maybe,
three
could be
rows.
one.
I guess I'm not really. If I got eaten by a shark, I get eaten by a shark. I'm more afraid of them like grabbing me and pulling me out to sea and then eating me.
So drowning.
And then more sharks.
I think drowning would be just a terrible way to die.
Yeah, because
Drowning
you
would
can't
suck.
get it over with.
Drowning
quick
and
enough.
fire are the
Just
two.
inhale it in your
Well, no,
lungs
the
and you'll
fire
die.
they say is not bad because of the smoke, and that
You
takes
pass
you out
out
first.
first.
Yeah, but I don't wish it on anybody by any means. Yeah, I remember the.
I think getting your
Sharks.
head cut off would be hard.
I'd
So
way
would you go
rather
in a
be
shark
shot
cage?
than drown or
No.
be going
No?
on fire. That's for sure.
Ever? Just because? Would you
said
swim
you'd
with
rather
sharks?
what?
Shot
Even if
by a
they're
mile.
like-
Like I would
Straight up,
just
yeah.
right in the head
Bahamas or
than
something?
You never know when
drown
it's
or
gonna snap.
whatever. I'd rather be
Come
hung.
after you.
I think drowning would be the worst.
Are you scared of like fish that are big?
I don't
Yeah.
want any of them.
Really?
Like in the lake. Ooh.
Like what's the biggest fish?
Did you
that
ever
you've
hear Dick's
seen?
story about how he accidentally had like fish food down his pants and a
No.
school of fish all bit his dick, like 50 of them?
Oh, no.
No.
It's really funny. You have to ask him about this. This is a
No.
good story.
Ouch.
Yeah.
There was some sort of thing where they were feeding whatever, and his thing like opened up, and he didn't like realize in his whole like in his like suit, and then they just like all of a sudden like there was like one or two, and he was like, oh, it's like kind of weird, and then all of a sudden there's like 50 fish surrounding him, biting at his pants.
Sick.
Ouch.
That's awesome.